There's a huge conversation going on around Keke Palmer and her boyfriend, baby daddy, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
And, she went to the residency for Usher this past week. Many people go and they enjoy Usher's residency because it's actually a really good residency for what I hear.
I was
And
about to say, you went?
Nah, from what I hear, I didn't go.
Okay.
Last time I went to Vegas, I didn't take into any residencies. I really just go and take in the sights and stuff like that, and walk the strip and do some of the things. But the residencies, man, whatever. I might take in Usher's here if I go again. Me and some.
When is it up?
He has. I think he has a 10.
I knew what you was about to say. Go ahead.
I think he has. I think he has a 10-year residency, but I might take in that site with me and. I think he has a 10-year residency, bro. No, matter of fact, no. I'm gonna look it up because I think his residency is lifetime, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, ain't no way, bro.
Usher Vegas relate. Hold on, let me look it up. Vegas residency. It ends. He extended it. Wait, bro.
He's just gonna be there.
He's gonna be there for a minute. But I was gonna say, I might take it. I plan on going to Vegas very soon with a very special lady, but you know who you are. Anyway, back to the conversation. I'm sorry. Back to the conversation at hand. It's a conversation going on social media about the dress that she wore and the comment that her baby daddy boyfriend had about it. So, Dino, what do you feel about this situation, my boy?
All right, man. So listen. It's a multitude of different ways that you can take this conversation. How I feel personally first off, how I feel about his comment. He has every right to feel how he feels about Keke's outfit if they are in a committed relationship. And based off of how they have been acting up until this point, you would believe that they are in a committed relationship. Some men agree with what he says, some men don't. Or I not necessarily don't agree with him, but just agree with how he went about it. But majority of men are in stance with him, like, he like I said, he has every right to feel how he feels. So, I mean, for me, I feel like he has every right to feel how he feels about that situation. We'll get into the method and how he handled the situation. And then also he has to understand, as I always say, with majority of situations we talk about, you either have to understand who you are as the person, or you have to understand who you're dealing with in a situation. And in this instance, he has to understand who he's dealing with. What's your thoughts on it?
My thoughts is this, and I'm on the side of you with, yes, if they are in a serious committed relationship, he has every right to feel the way he feels about what she wore and the actions that took place at that residency, because it was more so than just the dress. It was, the picture was like, okay, but at the same time, me myself, I'm not very much a jealous person. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. She's a celebrity. Usher's a celebrity. They enjoy the moment, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And was she kind of out of line with, the pirouette that she did, showing the cheeks and hugging up on Usher, this, that, and the third? Yes. Was she? You about to say something?
No, I wasn't going to say anything, but I'm glad you did pause there, because yes, she was out of line with hugging up on Usher, but it's easy to get caught up in the moment in that situation when somebody, even though she is a celebrity, I'm sure she admires Usher and the body of work that he's put in. Maybe that was a bad choice of words with the body of work that he.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. but maybe she admires the work that he's done in with music up until that point, and then him to be serenading her. Anybody, if it was us, and I'll get to this too, if it was one of us, a male in that situation, we may not have acted exactly how she did, but we'd get lost in the moment too, and want to do this and that. Ruby Rose, who I've never heard her music, but I do know what she looks like. She posed a question: if you was to come to my concert and I was to dance up on your man, what you doing? The question I got is, what am I doing? I'm just going like, ooh, you know what I
I'm
mean?
just, but
But the
yeah.
whole
So
situation, her whole situation with rubbing, hugging up on him and all that stuff, she was out of pocket. But in that situation, I can see how it's easy to get caught up in the moment and just, want to touch Usher. That's what women do when they go ahead, man. My
yeah,
fault.
I'm gonna let that ride. But and to answer your question as far as the Ruby Rose thing, me myself, it has a lot to do with, like you said earlier in your statement, was if they're in a serious committed relationship. Me personally, I don't think they seriously committed. To be
Yeah,
perfectly honest with
it
you,
doesn't seem that
because
way.
there's a lot of miscommunication in this relationship. There's a lot of disrespect going on in this relationship,
Hmm.
and I don't think they're seriously committed. I think they are in a co-parenting situation.
Hmm.
And I believe that KeKe believes that she can do whatever the fuck she want to do, and she believes that he can do whatever the fuck he want to do. That's how I
Hmm.
believe KeKe is looking at this thing, because
Yep.
there's been some going back and forth on between both of them on social media, where he posted something about sending her back to the streets. She posted something about, she actually put a video out and talk about you can get lost if you want to get lost type shit, basically. So like, I don't think this is a seriously committed relationship. He was he has a right to feel the way he feels about what she wore, and I think he believes this is more committed than she does, honestly, because if he didn't, then he wouldn't have posted what he posted.
Right.
That's just my thought process. That's my opinion. He has the right to feel the way he feels. But at the same time, that's something you handle in private. If this was a serious committed relationship, this is something that should have been talked about before she even went and got that VIP section in the fucking residency in the first place. To be, if I'm being completely honest, you don't put this shit on social media. I've been saying this for the past like couple of weekends, bro, since we've been talking about Zion. Keep your relationships off of social media. Yes, you're gonna if you're in a committed relationship, you're gonna love each other out loud. You're gonna post pictures, you're gonna post videos together, this, that, and the third. You're gonna show the happiness of your relationship. But everybody doesn't need to know every time you have a conflict on the internet, because drama, that's what breeds drama on social media, is conflict. So now you
Right.
got everybody in the world. There's a million people that follow her. There's a million people that follow you. You got 2 million people plus they friends talking about this situation of your relationship, a private situation that should have happened in private. You could have you have her phone
A
number. That's your
public
baby mama.
situation that should have happened. Yeah.
A public
'Cause
situation that should have happened in, yeah. Well,
yeah.
a private situation or private feeling or something that should have been handled in private that is now being handled in public.
Yeah.
Basically, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're
Yeah.
trying to say. So,
Yeah.
but
Well, what I'm
that's your
trying to
baby
say,
mama.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm just trying to say it was the situation that we are referring to was
Happened in public,
public,
but it
happened in
should have happened in
public.
private.
The conversation and statements that he made should have been in private.
100%,
Yeah, yeah,
100%.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And if this is, you have, that's your baby mama, bro. That's your who you perceive to be your girlfriend, your wife,
yeah.
whatever
Right.
you perceive it as. You have her phone number, bro. Why not just call? Y'all should have had this she, I'm pretty sure if y'all are committed as you think you are, she probably would have sent you a picture like, babe, this is what I'm wearing to the residency. How you think it look good? And you could have said at that point, like, them cheeks is kind of flowing out there. That you know
Kinda.
what I'm saying? Them cheeks is out. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
And you
the milk
going to
and
see
honey was
Usher.
flowing.
I'm telling you, like, I don't feel comfortable with it. You know what I'm saying? But just know that I'm not comfortable with you wearing that. But if you want to wear it, if you're gonna wear it anyway, do your thing. I just don't feel comfortable with it. That's what I would have said.
Yeah,
That's how I would have handled it. But he chose to handle it on social media, and now he's catching the backlash for that. As far
yeah.
as I do want to say something about the conversation about the "you're a mom" thing. Okay,
Hmm.
I don't agree with that. Yeah, but that kind of goes to,
You
but
don't agree with what?
I don't agree with him saying that, got the cheeks out, you're a mom, or whatever. I understand where he's coming from, because it's all about perception.
Hmm.
And I had a conversation with you know what I'm saying, I had a conversation
Yeah,
with my
yeah,
lady
yeah.
during the week, and we were talking about this, and we were talking about the fact that it's not necessarily that she's a mom, but it's the perception of being a mom. The public perception of a mother. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with Chrisean Rock. She all over social media, pregnant as hell, on stage throwing ass at a concert. That's
Her
a bad
situation a
look.
bit different though.
It is because of, I guess because of who she is. It is a little bit different. But at the same
Yeah.
time, you got your ass flowing. This shit is gonna be on the internet forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then as your child grows up, they gonna see who their mom is. So you need to have a bit. To me, this is on both sides, men, mothers, and fathers. Once you become a parent, to me, there should be a thought process in your mind that you need to give a better perception of what a father or a man or a woman is to your children.
Who's to say that just because she, and again, I'm not defending what she had on whatsoever. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I understand who she is, who she was before she met Darius, because everybody's trying to play him because we only know him because of who his baby mama is. I'm gonna say his name, Darius. But I know who she was before she met Darius, before she had a baby with Darius, and she hasn't been known to dress provocatively to my knowledge, but I do know her to be a strong female, a very confident female. So if she decided she was going to wear that,
she was going to wear it.
She was going to wear it. It's not anything Darius could have said unless they were married.
Even still, honestly,
I don't even. I think she. I think this is opinion. I think she is a respectable woman. I think she, if she was to be married, or if it was clearly communicated the boundaries of what the relationship was, she wouldn't have been out like that. Now she probably would have still been hugged up on Usher. But as far as what she wore, if it was clearly communicated, like you mentioned earlier, I don't think she would have been dressed like that. I could be wrong about that too, but just from my understanding of who Keke Palmer is, I know her to be confident, but I don't
see her to be disrespectful.
I don't see her to be disrespectful, and I could be wrong, completely wrong about all of that. I don't think she could be pulling the wool over everybody's eyes, but I don't think in the future this will be an issue for the child. And then I also just think that he has to understand who he is dealing with. One, because she's a celebrity, and we shouldn't give celebrities passes, but we all understand that celebrities have different set of rules that they play by than you and I or the average Jane out there.
Got you. And just to get my last points on this situation, there is a lack of respect and a lack of communication in this. I'm gonna call it a situation because I can't see, with the way they're going back and forth on social media, I can't see that they're in a relationship, me personally. So there's a lack of communication, a lack of respect in this co-parenting situation. And this Darius should have handled the situation in private, 100%. Right. And he deserves the backlash that he's getting for the things that he said on social media and the way that he's going about this situation. Was Keke wrong for wearing what she wore and doing what she do? I would say yes. But at the same time, me personally, as a man, I'm not a jealous type of motherfucker, to be perfectly honest. A lot of until I'm not, I don't look at it. I take everything as a compliment until it turns into disrespect. So if I was in the situation and she wore that, I would feel some type of way about the actions that happened on stage, but I don't feel no type of way about what she wore. But what she,
I find that hard to believe.
I'm being dead eye. I'm being dead ass. If it was Sierra and what she wore, nah, babe, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But to keep,
what's the difference though? Other than I hate to continue.
Sierra had that sheer top on with nothing underneath. Honestly, she had a bodysuit on. At least there was a lot of cleavage. There was ass out. But I mean, I guess it's not too different.
You might not feel how you felt about Sierra, but you would feel some type of way.
But again, though, if I had a feeling about it, I wouldn't have put it on social media. I would have told her up front, like, nah, babe, I don't think you should wear that type shit. Yeah. Now, if I'm not with her in Vegas and she's in Vegas going to the residency and she sent me a picture or a video wearing the outfit and I said I didn't like it and she wore it on her own, then we got a separate type of problem. But she gonna do what she want to do anyway. I can give my point and I can say I don't fuck with it. And if you do it, then now that's just a different type. Now you just being disrespectful at that point. But it's a different type of mindset. Like you got to be like, okay, away from you and with you is two different things. If I'm with you and you wear it, I'm still gonna feel the type of way, but I'm here at least. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm just not a jealous type of nigga. Like I take everything as a compliment until I deem it as disrespect. And if I'm with you when somebody looking, I'm like, oh yeah, that motherfucker fat, ain't it? That shit, she fine, ain't she? Yeah, okay, I see you. But the moment you cross that boundary of just eye candy and you try to do some other shit, now I gotta bring the 2-6 out, and now we gotta have a conversation. I'm gonna push my lady to the side, like, all right, this is I understand, I feel you, my nigga, but now you being disrespectful. So I mean, I don't know, man. He should, all in all, in conclusion, he should have just handled this shit in private, and none of this shit would have happened. But I don't think there's a commitment there, and I don't think there's a lot of communication going on there unless it's about the kid anyway. So that's just my standpoint on the shit.
Yeah, and I'll finish it with the communication definitely is gone awry if there was any communication there. And if the communication, if it had been clearly communicated, whatever those boundaries are, and for him to say what he said, although it was wrong online, he should have did it in private, like you've mentioned many times. But for him to express his feelings, how he has about what she wore, and for her to act like that, I don't know if it's because she has the backing of all of the women in America, in the world, whatever the case is, and so she's decided to be disrespectful. He now knows what his marching orders are moving forward and how to approach their situation, whether he wants to continue to try to be with her or not, based off of how he truly feels. He knows how to attack that situation.
Agreed. And one last thing.
Yep.
I don't know if there was a video circulating around that was sent to me about how Issa Rae also went to the residency before, and she wasn't dressed provocatively. Usher serenaded her as well, but she had a lot more respect for her situation than what KeKe had for hers. And if y'all want to go look it up, cool, go do your thing. Go look up the Issa Rae at the Usher residency. You can look it up. It's pretty easy to find. But it was sent to me, and
I love Issa Rae, bro.
Issa Rae is dope. And the way she handled the situation with Usher was the way that I would want my lady to handle the situation with Usher. And she said that she would, so that's cool. But I would want her to handle it like Issa Rae handled it. She was dressed accordingly. She was dancing with him, but it wasn't like what KeKe did. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I would want my lady to handle it, and I would respect that a lot more than what happened with the Darius and the KeKe situation. But I'm done. I'm not talking about this shit no more. Thank you for watching this video. If you've made it this far, there's a video on the screen right here. Go ahead and click that and view that. Also, you can find us on all your streaming platforms, wherever you find your podcasts.